I slipped the poison into her water glass myself. I acted like nothing was wrong and handed the glass to her. I smiled through the toast and nodded. I immediately found an excuse to leave. I hid in the shadows and stared at her. I watched her drink the poisoned glass in one go. Not long after, she had a heart attack and collapsed. For the next few days, I put on a show of unbearable grief. One night, after the family had all left, I hopped on my motorcycle and slipped away to a hidden house. The girl who opened the door was Kara. She was the real reason I poisoned my wife. My wife was much older than me. My respectable job was something she gave me. She was domineering and controlling. Whenever I disobeyed, she threatened to kick me out of the company. I had long been fed up. Then, a few months ago, I met the gentle Kara. In that moment, I saw a new future. So we planned all of this together. If the autopsy went smoothly, I would get her huge inheritance and take Kara and disappear. But then, I got a call from the police. They said my wife's body was missing from the morgue. I froze when I heard that. Kara panicked and thought it was a trap. I knew I hadn't messed up. I rushed to the coroner's office. They told me a guard had been hit by a car and knocked out. He had escaped from the morgue, apparently terrified by something. Strangely, only the camera that captured him remained intact. All the others were destroyed. They had no leads at all. Soon they confirmed. The missing body was my wife. A weight lifted off me. At least I hadn't been exposed. Officer Jamie asked if my wife had enemies. I calmly said we had no grudges with anyone. When he was called away, I quietly called Kara. I told her I wasn't under suspicion and asked her to check on the guard at the hospital. I hung up quickly and deleted the call log. The coroner asked if my wife had any illnesses. I denied it outright. I stayed unnaturally calm. They had no evidence. After being held for a while, I grew impatient and demanded to go home. Then the whole building suddenly lost power. The officers asked me to wait in the office. A noise came from the morgue. I followed the sound. There was a metal box on a mortuary drawer. Inside were some of my wife's belongings and an empty sealed bag. A nearby drawer was open. Curiosity made me light my lighter. What I saw nearly made me lose my mind. The light snapped back on. I shoved the medicine bottle into my pocket. The police rushed in. They found the drawer had been pried open and that the metal box should have been inside. Jamie stared at me and asked what I was looking for. I hurried to say I hadn't touched anything. They checked their list and found one phone missing. My heart raced. They told me to empty my pockets. I only had the medicine bottle left. Jamie saw through my panic, pinned me to the wall, and searched me. Soon he pulled out the medicine bottle. The label clearly showed it came from my lab. I blurted out an explanation that I had just picked it up from the floor, that the drug had many uses, that finding it at the corner was not unusual. Then my phone rang.